Right here is a list of penny stocks that made massive moves in after hours on Friday. And tomorrow morning, I guarantee you, there are going to be a couple of these stocks that absolutely explode. And in this video, I'm going to give you the top 5 penny stocks that I'm watching going into tomorrow morning with exact levels. So with no further ado, guys, let's jump into the very first stock here. I want you to go to the top of the after hours top gainers list, and you'll be able to see the first stock. The name of the company is Picard Medical. And if we take a look at the profile here, you'll see this is a medical technology company, and it made over a 46% plus move in after hours. So the first thing that I do is go over here to the news profile and just kind of take a look and see if they have any really good news. And I see that one day ago that they dropped that they got FDA approval for one of their products. So a couple things here. Medical technology company, they just dropped FDA approval, which is a very big catalyst. So this is a stock that could definitely get some continuation going into tomorrow morning. Now, for me, I'm a breakout trader, which means I like to trade the continuation to the upside. This stock in after hours made a high right here at 520. The body of the candle of the 5-minute candle closed at 509. So the level that I'm watching is 509 currently right now. I'm going to have an alert set there. If it breaks above that level during my trading window from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m., then this is a stock that I could possibly trade. And I'll go through the checklist. It's not only about what the company does and what news that they drop. There's many other factors that you need to look at, guys. For context, my name is Andrew, and over the past 15 months, I have backtested over 4,132 breakouts to find what truly works in this market and tracked over 15 different variables. And I found 5 setups that have averaged around a 65 to 70% win rate. To give you an example, this is called the Green Light Special. This currently has a 67% win rate over the past 137 trades for 15% take profit. This is called the Green Light Special Continuation. Over the past 104 trades, 72 have ran for 15% with a 69% win rate. This is called the Andrew Nader setup. This setup doesn't happen as often, but this goes for a quick 10%. Out of the past 75, 59 have run for 10% with a 78% win rate. That one crushes it. This is a breakout pullback setup. Over the past 63 trades, 46 have ran for 15% with a 73% win rate. And then this setup currently that I'm trading right now is called the Quickie, where I go for a quick 5%. And over the past 75 trades, 67 of those ran for 5% with an 89% win rate, which is pretty awesome. That setup has been crushing it for me. So everything that I talk about on this channel is going to be backed by all of the data that I've tracked. So if you trade small caps or if you trade penny stocks, highly recommend you consider subscribing to the channel. Now let's go ahead and dive into the next stock that I have on the list, which is going to be ticker DXST. So a couple things that I want you guys to keep in mind that is so important, and I found this from tracking the data. Market cap for any stock that I trade needs to be below 50 million, and the free float needs to be below 50 million, but preferably below 10 million. So out of those 5 setups that I just showed you, there are a couple where I'll trade it even if the free float is between 10 to 50 million. But a lot of the breakouts that I play, the free float must be below 10 million. And it's not because I fell in love with that. It's because that's actually what the data shows me. If the free float is higher than 10 million, the chances of you getting 15% or more after a breakout drops drastically. I really want that free float to be below 10 million. Market cap below 50 million. So for the next stock on DXST, if we take a look and we go through that checklist, market cap is at 4.5 million. Free float is at 1.2 million. Price of the stock needs to be below $20 for me to trade it. So all of this is check thus far. Now I can see the big move here in after hours on the 5-minute time frame, and I see where we top out here at 358. I'm going to put my alert at the top of the highest candle as far as the open or the close, which was the open of this red candle here. So I'm currently going to set an alert at 351. However, this was rounding going into the market close on Friday. Would not be surprised if this stock goes and makes a higher high. If it does do that before 6 a.m., let's say from 4 to 6 a.m., this thing continues to climb and then it starts pulling back. I will take this breakout level right here and I will set it at the new highest close or open of whichever candle, the green candle or the red candle, and I'll set that as my breakout level. Now I have very specific things that I look for when a stock breaks out. Got a ton of videos explaining that strategy there, but for PMI and DXST, they both fit the criteria perfect as far as market cap, free flow, and price as well. The next stock, INCR, going to completely avoid that. Easy way to rule this one out is market cap is above 50 million. Next stock is going to be PLAG. Now, PLAG, the market cap is great at 9.7 million, but the free flow is a little bit high at 11.6 million. So as far as trading a breakout on this one, probably not, unless it meets a very specific time frame and something I call the quickie setup. Currently, right now, the high set from after hours is right there at around 95 cents. So 95 to 96 cent. I will set an alert. This one did a pretty deep pullback here going into market close. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one just chops around for most of pre-market. If this one does make a big move, I would expect that it probably makes a big move after market opens when it can get a little bit more volume, if it even breaks out at all. And just one of the many things that I track is any stock that sets its high in after hours and kind of just chops around below it in pre-market, the chances of it going to break out is below 50%. So if you're looking at these stocks and you're thinking about getting in way before the breakout, what I found is any stock that set its high in after hours has about a 46% chance of it going to break out after 6 a.m. EST the next day, which is low compared to the other time frames where I may play a pullback before the breakout. Now, next up, GAUZ. Market cap is good, below 50 million. Free float again is a little bit high, 12.8 million. I'm really looking for something below 10 million. I'm going to set an alert right there at that 46 cent level. ZJK, as we get lower and lower on this top gainers list, you'll see that these stocks really didn't make much of a move, only up 14%. It's not even up enough for me to consider trading any stock. It needs to have made at least a 17% plus move, which makes you think that I could rule out all of these stocks at the bottom of the top gainers list because all of them say 14%. But that's where it closed at in after hours. Some of these stocks may have popped even higher and then just pulled back going into the close. So ZJK, I'm going to skip over that one. FVN, no volume on that one. CDTG, this one made a big spike right here at 450. If we take a look at the profile, the stock is from China, and I do trade Chinese stocks. From all the data that I've collected, it is profitable for me to trade Chinese stocks. I will just tell you that they move very fast. If I measured that out, the high of the body of this candle right here is 19% above the previous close. So the level that I'm going to set for CDTG is currently 141. But as you can see, going into market close here, we were rounding up. So an easy thing that you can do is go up here, right here, go to vertical line. And if you're trying to trade like I do, where you're trying to set the same exact levels as me, set a vertical line right here at 6 a.m. And what that's going to allow you to see is this is where I used to sit down at the computer. And to keep it simple, I used to just map out the high pre 6 a.m. So if this stock makes a higher high here from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., let's say it spikes up and then it takes a poop right after, I'll set that new breakout level here. Right. If it breaks out, let's say it just chops sideways here and then breaks out after this level, then that counts as a breakout. For me to even consider taking a breakout, it must break out after 9 a.m. And the reason why is from tracking over 4,100 plus breakouts now, the 6 to 9 a.m. time frame has been very inconsistent. There have been some months where pre-market has been extremely hot for breakouts, and then other months where it has just been absolutely horrible. The most consistent time frame for all of my strategies has been from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. So if you're considering taking breakouts, highly recommend any stock that I tell you about for breakout level today. It needs to break out between 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. for me to consider trading that one. Next up is going to be CYPH. Rule that one out. Market cap is way too high. NMTC is up next. Let's click on that one. No volume. BTC, yes. Let's go ahead and measure this one out. It must be up at least 17% from the previous day. So the current level right now is going to be right here at 165. I have this custom dollar volume indicator right here at the bottom that will tell me the rough amount of volume that was going through each 5-minute candle. On this 5-minute candle, there was about $500,000 worth of volume. So substantial volume going through BTCS, or oh, that's BTCS. I'm sorry, that's the wrong. Just forget that one. BTCS, the market cap is way too high on that one. So we won't be trading that. See, I almost messed up myself. Look at that. Market cap is at 70 million. I need that to be below 50 million. Something you need to check. HURA, market cap's too high. MWG would be great. Market cap is perfect. Free float is perfect. But again, just no volume, no levels to set on that one. And if we just scan through the rest of the market, AREN, no volume. And as you can see, the lower we get, typically the lower the volume is. So all of these stocks at the very bottom of the list is a no-go. My primary stocks that I'm looking for is going to be PMI. That one fits the bill perfectly. DXST is great. PLAG is a maybe, but this is a pretty substantial pullback here. Would not be surprised if that one doesn't go break out. GAUZ, definitely right there at that 46 cent level. I'm going to be watching that. And then CDTG. CDTG is a stock that's made multiple pops to the upside. Now you can see that this is after a massive pullback. So we'll see what it does here going into pre-market, and we'll see if we can't find a way to play that. So that's the top 5 penny stocks that I'm watching going into Monday morning. If you guys want to trade live with me every day and you trade with over 10K plus in your account, you can learn more about one-on-one trading with the link down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.